What is going on, Global Trainer Syndicate? This is Tails here, and I have a black and white 2 OU battle with a guy named Darkenshy from the Smojin Wi-Fi Battle Finder. Let's get straight into this battle. My opponent is going to be leading off with his Uxie, as I'm going to be leading off with Landorus T. So right off the bat, I'm just thinking, okay, we're both going to get our Stealth Rocks first turn in the game. That is absolutely fine and dandy with me, but no! He's going to switch out into a Skarmory, as I still get up my rocks because he has no spinners, so those Stealth Rocks are there to stay. As now I'm going to go for the U-turn, as he reveals that he is the Rocky Helmet variant of Skarmory. I'm going to switch out into my Starmie, as he is going to go for his first layer of spikes on my side of the field. So now he's going to switch out into Uxie, expecting the Rapid Spin, but I actually go for a Scald in hopes to get the burn on the obvious Uxie switching, but unfortunately I am not lucky enough to get that. So now I'm going to switch out into my Ferrothorn, as he is going to reveal that he is double screen Uxie, which is pretty interesting to see, I guess. So now he's going to go for the Reflect, as I'm going to get my first layer of spikes on his side of the field. So now that I have Stealth Rocks and one layer of spikes, that is perfect for a Pokemon like Lucario to sweep his team. So now he's going to switch out into a Vaporeon on my second layer of spikes. Now here I make a really foolish mistake. If you're switching a Vaporeon out on a Ferrothorn, you clearly have something to deal with it, as he's going to reveal that he has Substitute. And if I would have gone for the Power Whip, even if he is max defense, max HP, bold Vaporeon under a Reflect, Power Whip would still do 26% minimum, so that was a huge mistake on my part. So now I'm going to switch out my Politoed on his Baton Pass out into Breloom. The Spore seems really obvious on my Latios or Landorus T switching. I really have nothing to take the Spore, so I'm just pretty much going to have my most expendable Pokemon, aka Politoed, take that Spore for Spore Fodder and be able to get the free switch into my Latios, as he's most likely going to go for the Swords Dance. As you can see right there, he just did that. So now I am going to go for the Psyshock to be able to break his sub, and now he is going to go for the Bullet Seed. And he's going to be able to hit 3 times, but since he does not have a Life Orb, that is not going to be able to kill me. But now the Mach Punch to be able to kill my Latios off seems really obvious, so I'm going to switch out into my defensive Landorus T to be able to take a +1 Adamant Mach Punch from this thing. So now I'm going to switch out into my Ferrothorn, as the Bullet Seed seems pretty obvious to hit the Landorus T as well. As now I'm expecting him to go for the Sword Stance on the Landorus T switching, but no, he's actually going to go for the Mach Punch. And if he's the set I think he is, if he is Adamant Expert Belt Breloom, then he literally got the smallest minimum damage you can ever get, like 262, since I live with 7 HP. So that's very unfortunate if he is that variant, but if he's not, then I don't know. But nevertheless, he's actually going to switch out into his Dragonite, and he's going to go for the Dragon Dance, as I'm just going to be able to fire off a Leech Seed on this thing. And the reason why I did that is because I do not want him to go +2, so I'm trying to pretty much intimidate him from going to +2 to be able to outspeed my Latias. So now I am going to be able to get the free switching into my Landorus T, baiting him to go for the Outrage. So now I'm going to switch out into my Politoed to pretty much fodder it off, as that is exactly what he does. He is going to be able to go for the Outrage, and since he has Life Orb, that is able to kill my Politoed. But now I do get the free switching into my Latios, and I will be able to revenge kill that Politoed with her Dragonite with the Psyshock. So now he's going to switch out into his Uxie, as I switch out into my Landorus T, expecting some dual screens, as he is going to go for the Reflect, expecting my Landorus T switching. Here he's going to go for the Thunder Wave, expecting my Landorus T to have speed investment, which it doesn't, so Uxie outspeeds me. I'm just going to go for the U-turn to switch out into my Starmie, make a huge mistake by going for the Rapid Spin over the Scald, because if I remember correctly, Scald in the rain would have been able to kill this Uxie at this rate, but I make the dumb mistake and go for the Rapid Spin, allowing him to go for the Reflect, the light screen, so now it won't be able to kill. So now I'm going to switch out into my Landorus T, expecting the U-turn. So now he is going to be able to get a free switch into his Vaporeon. Now here, he underestimates the sheer power of Landorus T. Despite me being a defensive variant, my Earthquake will be able to do enough so he won't be able to make a substitute. He should have just gone for Scald, but hey, everyone makes mistakes, I guess. So now I'm going to go for another Earthquake, and that is going to be able to take that Vaporeon out, as he is going to be able to get a free switching into this Cresselia. I'm just going to go for the U-turn and switch out into my Skarmory, hoping to get a burn on this thing. As it reveals he is Calm Mind Cresselia, that is going to be a huge issue, and getting the most residual damage I can on this thing would be amazing. So now I'm going to go for the first Scald, not going to be able to burn, but I am going to be able to take a +1 Shadow Ball from this Cresselia. As I go for the second Scald, am able to burn, and now he's going to be able to kill me off with a Shadow Ball. That is absolutely fine. I'm going to switch out into my Landorus to be able to fire off a Stone Edge to put it down to the yellow range, as he is going to be able to kill off this Landorus with the Ice Beam. But this is absolutely fine, because now I am 100% confident that my Crunch Lucario will be able to destroy this thing's entire existence, as I am going to go for the Crunch, and that is easily going to be one dead Cresselia. So now he is going to switch out into a Skarmory, as I am just going to go for an Adamant Life Orb Close Combat. And as you will see right here, he's going to go for the Roost, trying to stall out this thing, but because he doesn't have leftovers, the Close Combat is actually doing more than how much he is recovering with the Roost. So he realizes that he's going to go for the Drill Peck, which is going to be able to kill off my Lucario, but that is absolutely fine. Now I do get the free switching into my Latios, and seeing how his last Pokemon are the Skarmory and the Uxie, which is at yellow range, Surf will pretty much be able to kill the rest of his team. I am going to go for the Surf to be able to kill off the Skarmory, and I am not going to be able to finish off his Uxie because he's actually going to forfeit from there. So good game, Darkenshy. I hope you guys enjoyed this narration. If you want to check out my channel, I usually just do OU battles for the most part, but sometimes I get into other tiers when I get bored or I just get interested in another tier in general. So yeah, if you're into OU battles, definitely want to check out my channel. So yeah, see ya!